Oh, yeah, no. Wait, let me take this.
And they said they tell him that she should not go. Those the friends, they carry radio.
Yes, the distress call came at about 9 p.m. and on turning out, our rescue team arrived at about 15 minutes after 9. And when they came, they discovered a lot of vehicles that were washed away because of the flash flooding that happened after the heavy downpour yesterday. So we've been on the search since that yesterday. And this morning, we have been able to discover 3 bodies, which have been taken to the mortuary, taken to the hospital for identification and for certification that they are actually dead. So that's what we have done so far, but the search continues because we got to know that there is a house right in the estate here that people have been trapped. We are yet to confirm that. So we go down to that to the house and find out if there are still people there. If they are alive, we rescue them. Otherwise, we do as we have done with the people where we've been able to evacuate from the river. On turning out, all our stakeholders have been on ground. We have NEMA arrive, road safety, we are also on ground, and the police here, you can see that this is the police post in Lugbe here, Trademore. So fire service, FCT fire service, we are all here, all our stakeholders, and all hands are on deck. We are trying to do our best to see if we can recover more bodies. That is what we are doing, and after that, we are going to take stock of the households that are affected to see what we can do. Because if you look around, you see that most of them, the water affected the whole flat, and there's every possibility that their foodstuffs were affected. So NEMA and FEMA, we go out and carry out the assessment and get the actual households that were affected. Then the needful is going to be done. This is an estate where houses have been marked for demolition. Most of the houses have been built on waterways in this estate. And the management of the estate, the chief executive, the CEO, has been contacted. He has been notified. And houses have been marked for demolition. But what happened last year was that they took FCT administration to court. There was a court injunction. Development control is awaiting when they will give them the go-ahead to come and demolish these houses, including the police station. You can see that even the police station itself is flooded. So what we are waiting to do now is to get the go-ahead to come and demolish all these houses that have been built on the waterway. That is the best solution. We sympathize with the people that have lost their loved ones. We sympathize with them. But the truth is that each time we go out on sensitization, we tell them, when you see a flowing water, please don't insist that you must pass through that road. The one that happened last year, we had the video clip where they were persistently telling the person not to go, not to go. He insisted, he went, and the water washed him away. The same thing happened yesterday. We just gathered that the man was cautioned. He was told not to go, but he insisted and went ahead. The other 2 people were yet to get complete information, but the relatives are around here.
Now, the damage in the estate right now is quite devastating. A lot of shops, a lot of homes were under the water yesterday, and it was as a result of the torrent of water and drainage system that is not potent. So a lot of shops have had to go under the waters, homes have been damaged, and it is almost everywhere in phase 1 here. Even phase 2 got it as well, phase 3 got some of it as well. I'm sorry to say this, I think the government is paying lip service to the issue of drainage and issue of water flood control. Now, what is happening here is last year we lost somebody here. Today again, we've lost another person. Now, I understand there are other people who died as a result of this. What is responsible for this? Where is FCDA? Where is AMAC? Where is development control? This is their responsibility. It is not about coming here and marking houses that they should be demolished. It's a question of having to design a potent drainage system that will take the flood away. My brother, you can build on top of water. All you need is to allow the water to find its level. And that is exactly the problem. Nobody is coming here to demolish anybody's property. We will not allow that. What we want is for government to invest in drainage system and get this flood moving all the time. A whole of London is on top of water, for crying out loud. We are losing people's lives here every year. And then you will come here and give us Indomie as palliative. So what use is that to anybody? So it's important that government comes to this place and deal, because all AMAC wants to do right now is to collect tenement rates. They cannot come here and collect anything from anybody until they've sorted out the issues we have here. It's not going to happen. So that is the problem here. Let me put it right. No resident here, owner or otherwise, builds any house here. The houses were built by developers and then supervised by development control. Okay? And we bought into the houses. Okay? So nobody built on any drainage path. If that had happened, then development control should be brought to justice. They are the ones responsible for this. So development control have not done their job. That's why we're having this problem. It's not about somebody building somewhere. You have to take your design to development control for approval. And if you approve this kind of thing and then you are having people having to die every year because of your incompetence, then there's a problem here. This is about the country where heads will not roll when people's lives are lost, where people will not resign their jobs when people's lives are being taken away. Families are being made orphans now because of this. And then all we do is give it lip service. I tell you what, they'll be coming back with Indomie. They'll be coming back with mattresses. Is that what we need here? What we need here is somebody to come here with their head screwed on right to sort out the drainage system. That's what, the effective drainage system. I'm a civil engineer. I will assist them. I'm ready to assist them.
Are trying to do profiling to know what has actually happened. He has given you the whole information. Only 3 people. For now, 1 person will have clear information and is not actually living at this estate. He came in to buy something, and in the process, this happened to him or her. We really empathize with the family, but the only thing there is that Nigerians should know that they are not supposed to disobey simple order. Don't go. If he had listened, this thing wouldn't have happened. One can lose his car. When you are alive, you can buy another one. So what we are advising is that people should listen to sensitization, education, flood education. That is the basic risk reduction measure. The other one is not going to use court to stop remedial measures. If you use the court to stop remedial measures, the authorities cannot disobey court. They have to wait. So what we are saying is that this time we will remind the authorities, this is what is happening here. More lives are being lost. Let us see a way of stopping this once and for all. Thank you.
Last year when we had the flood issue here, we came, we marked, we looked at the hydrology analysis, and we found out that some houses were sitting on waterways. If you watch around that bridge and so on, houses were actually marked. And in trying to enforce, the developer got to the court and got an injunction. We even still sat down with him, telling him this is an issue of life and death, and very soon there will be another rainy season that will be coming. He needs to do something fast. He promised and put it in writing that he was going to ameliorate the issue. And we came twice again and found out that he was dredging or he was desilting some water parts there. We wrote to him that the way and manner he is going in desilting that waterway is so slow, and the rains are just by the corner, and this will not help situation. We put it even in writing and urged him to do something fast And if he needs any further assistance, technically he should consult with us. He never did. So banking on the fact that he had a court order against development control, all we could do was to persuade him to do the right thing. But you can see with what happened yesterday again, another big issue with flood and then loss of life again. Nobody got any building plan approval from the Department of Development Control. We have been on this matter for almost 2-3 years. And the developer and some of the individuals came here, and what they were telling us, the houses has already been sold to individuals. So for the developer to take responsibility, it was difficult because his hands are already off this thing. That all he could do was to direct us to the resident associations who now run the estate on their own. And so he has sold and he has moved. So this has been a battle that we've been running. We don't even know where to lay our hands. But you can see the issues surrounding the whole thing, the court, the association, the developer saying he's out of the estate already. So this is where the crux of the matter is. The way forward is, you can see the reality is staring us in the face. We cannot continue this way. I think in all manners, we are going to take it to the highest authority, stating our position that we cannot allow this thing to go on. Certain houses will just have to give way for the waterway to have its free path. We've got, what do you call it, the hydraulic regime of about 100 years of FCT. So we know the flood part and we know where we can actually get the line through. So this, I can assure you, will be taken to the highest authority, and I'm sure they will see our facts as we put on ground. And, things must change within maybe next year or so.